Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Right now, we want to check in with the Chief Meteorologist, Jeff Castle. Jeff, you are tracking some really cold temperatures on our way.
Yeah, and you're saying a little bit of a certain word, but it's not going to be widespread or anything, right?
No, it's not. The S word, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. That's out there in the open, right? But it's not going to be a big deal. We might get a couple flurries out of this. Certainly won't rule that out, but it doesn't look like it'll be anything more than that. We'll talk about the reason why in just a second. This is what we're tracking, though. Yet another shot of cold air that's going to drop our temperatures even more heading into tomorrow. It's this cold front stretching back through Arkansas, Oklahoma, that will be drifting our way and opening the door to some of this colder air to the north where it's below freezing, places like St. Louis, Louisville, and Columbus, to drop here into North Alabama. No, it's not going to be below freezing tomorrow, but it is going to end up a little bit colder than what we've seen today. You'll know when that front moves through because the wind's going to pick up. Over the next couple of hours, wind gusts will stay around 10 miles per hour, a little bit higher, but hitting the early evening hours, you see some winds starting to gust over 20 miles per hour. That'll be that front. The wind will pick up out of the northwest, and that's when you'll know that that next shot of colder air is moving on in. Now, we're going to keep the breeze overnight tonight. It's going to get back down in the 20s, and because of that, wind chills tomorrow morning will be an issue. Most of the area starting off in the teens as to what it's going to feel like around 6 a.m. on your Tuesday. So keep in mind, this is what you're going to have to dress for. So heavy coat, gloves, hat, scarf, whatever you need to be warm out the door tomorrow morning. You're certainly going to want that. We are expecting quiet weather, though, other than the cold heading into tomorrow. But we'll keep an eye on Wave 31 Triple Doppler through the evening hours for perhaps a little bit of precip showing up. We've got it here north of us, but I do want to stress not all of this is hitting the ground. Really, you don't run into any of this snow, which is in the white and the bluish colors, until you hit the Tennessee-Kentucky border. So even though there is some precip falling, it looks like around Nashville. Checking the actual weather observations there, nothing is hitting the ground. So this is falling into very dry air, and that will be the trend for us as well. A little moisture in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Lower levels will be fairly dry. So even as this continues to drop its way south and east, mostly impacting northern and eastern Tennessee, we might sneak in a couple snow flurries, but I'm not expecting that we'll see anything more than that. Just something, I guess, nice to see, and nice in the fact that it's not going to cause any sort of travel issues in our area. Let's show you the latest here with future radar. Clouds are kind of knocking on the door. We'll begin moving in over the next few hours in advance of this next push of some of that chilly air. I'll stop this around 8 o'clock this evening. And yes, a few snow flurries or snow showers moving into parts of southern middle Tennessee. You won't see this stick around very long or be real significant. And in fact, by midnight, any chance for a flurry is likely over and done with. Some cloud cover, though, will linger overnight into tomorrow morning, although we will see a quick clearing trend on Tuesday. But don't be fooled, even though we'll have a sunny day tomorrow, it is going to be a cold one. Mainly sunny at the lunch hour, and we'll wrap up your Tuesday afternoon with mostly clear skies, but that chill will be in the air all day long. These are expected lows tonight, and the only reason we won't be colder is because of a little cloud cover and that breeze staying up. As it is, though, we're still going to drop back into the mid-20s in most spots. Huntsville and Scottsboro down to 26, 25 in Decatur. Fayetteville, Tennessee down to 24 for you. We'll drop to 26 out in the Shoals by morning. Day planner tomorrow, again, sunshine. It'll look good. Just won't feel good out there. We'll keep that north wind blowing around 4 to 8 miles per hour, and it will be a struggle to warm up much, only hitting the freezing mark by 10 o'clock in the morning, and afternoon temperatures will likely mostly be in the upper 30s and only the low 40s for your highs, much colder than average for this time of year. We'll go 43 for Huntsville, Muscle Shoals, 42 in Decatur, 40 in Scottsboro, and only 42 tomorrow over in Fort Payne, so plan on bundling up. Here's your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast. We do bounce back into the 50s Wednesday after another start down into the mid-20s, but that warm-up is short-lived. Another punch of chilly air drops our temperatures for the end of the week. Thursday, Friday, highs only in the mid-40s. Back into the 20s for lows as well, Friday morning and again on Saturday morning. Looks like we may have a little bit more of a sustained warm-up over the weekend and on into next week, perhaps hitting 60 again by this time next week. And that's also our next best chance for some rainfall late into the weekend, early next week, likely tracking some scattered wet weather again. And you can see beyond that, although temperatures will fluctuate a little bit, not seeing another punch of cold air coming up after tomorrow and again for later this week. So if this is not your thing, it does look like some more milder type of December weather will be on the way here in about a week or so.
So 22, that's cold, right? Friday is very cold.
Yeah, it's going to be some cold nights. They'll continue at least through the rest of this week. So just kind of prepare for it. It's that time of year, although a little bit early to be talking about stuff this cold and for this kind of sustained period. I mean, this started on Thanksgiving, and we're really not going to see that sustained warm up until sometime heading into the coming weekend.
Well, Jeff, I heard you say flurries, so I think the doormat I just put outside my front door that says there's no place like home actually
Right.
worked. Is that what you're telling me?
That maybe it's doing a little magic, bringing it here.
Fingers crossed.
You were busy getting
you.
ready for the holidays, right? On the other side of the